Alright, hello everyone. I am Angela here from Discover Sewing, and I want to show you a cool thing about your Scan and Cut DX225 or the 225F that you can purchase to make your life a little bit easier, especially if you are an illustrator or a graphic designer who happens to use Adobe Illustrator. Now, this is a big reason why I chose to purchase a Scan and Cut versus another cutting machine. I can connect my machine directly through my Adobe Illustrator program, and I'm going to show you how we do that today. It is an extra plugin that you purchase, but we can definitely order that for you through the store, and it's pretty simple to get set up. So let's get started and take a look over here at the computer screen, because today I'm going to be creating some little die cut stickers, and I'm going to show you how I use Illustrator to create my cut lines for my illustrations. So let's see, we're going to move over here to my computer screen. And you're going to see that I have a canvas pulled up that's the exact same size as the paper that I'm going to be printing out. So make sure you can actually print whatever you've got on your screen and that it's going to fit on your Scan and Cut mat. But I placed my PNG image directly on my canvas. Now what I need to do to be able to cut this image is to add registration marks. So I'm going to go over here to File, Brothers Scan and Cut link, and I'm going to hit Add Registration Marks. And the registration marks are going to appear. This is what the Scan and Cut itself is going to need to scan to be able to know exactly where it's supposed to cut. Now I'm going to show you how to do these cut lines because I don't actually have them in the file yet. I do want to show you how to do the cut lines. I know some people do trace document, but I personally prefer to use the pen tool. So you can use a couple different things. I use the pen tool to create and draw lines all the way around. You can use image trace to do that as well. But basically I've created these lines here, and you see how they kind of disappear when I click out? These lines, they don't have any fill whatsoever. They exist without any fill. If you do want your lines to have fill, I mean, that's a thing, but they're going to appear on your final sticker cut. So I chose to make it so there's no stroke here. But like if I did want 1 point, then it would show up. However, since I have chosen that I do not want that line to appear, we go to no fill. And what that's going to do is it's made a cut line around each of my items because I've individually used the pen tool to create where exactly I want my cut lines, so that when I send this over to my machine, it knows exactly where to cut. So now to send it over to the machine is pretty simple. I'm going to go up to File. I am going to go over to Brothers Scan and Cut link, and I am going to transfer SCM file via the internet. So I'm going to click this. It's going to take a second to load. Warning, the image data will not be exported or transferred with the cut data. So basically what that means, and I do have my file printed out here, that means the image file itself is not going to print. You see how it has just the little silhouettes? All the data that's going to be transferred over are those lines, those invisible lines that I've got on my document. That's what's going over. It's not going to have the illustration itself. It's going to have just the cut lines, which is what we want. So we hit OK. OK. It processes for a second. The registered machine is ready to download the transferred file via the internet. So long as your machine and your computer are connected, which they should be, you're going to come on over to your machine. The button you're going to press is going to be Retrieve Data. Then you're going to go to the one with the little laptop, and it is going to retrieve your cut file that you sent over from your computer. And you see here, I have all of my little silhouettes here, so I'm going to hit OK. So next thing I'm going to do is I am going to take my printed page, and I'm going to look and I'm going to align the registration marks so that the flat lines go in first. Now the cool thing about this is it doesn't matter where you put this on the page. You don't actually have to align it or anything. The Scan and Cut is literally going to scan it, and it's going to know exactly where it is and where to cut. So I've done that. I'm going to hit OK. Then the next thing I'm going to do is tell the machine to cut. And then I'm going to hit Start. If you're feeling really brave, if you're not feeling as brave as I am, you can hit Test, but I just hit Start. I have yet to have a problem with this. It's pretty exact. So we just hit Start, and it positions and it scans It'll spit it back out, and then it will begin to cut, which I think is super cool. I find this to be just a really time-saving way of doing this, because if I had 50 pages of these printed out, I could continue to just scan and cut over and over and over again without having to go back to my computer and resend things, or have to scan my mat and create those files on the scan and cut itself. I feel like one of the main reasons we all purchase a scan and cut is because it can scan. So the fact that it can do this and do it so precisely is just wonderful. So it's going around my little airplane now. My Valentine's dump truck. Then I'll show you what it looks like once they're all done cutting. Fortunately, since these stickers are so big, this shouldn't take too long to complete. All right, we've got 2 more to go. And the last one. All right, and the file is done. Now this is always, I'm gonna hit finish cutting, and literally it'll let you go back and decide if you wanna go cut another one, which you could over and over and over again. Clearly we're not actually going to cut another one, as I just had my one sheet, but this allows you to just cut the same file over and over and over again without scanning or having to use, I find Adobe a lot, I guess it's a lot fancier. It's a little bit easier for me to use. There are a lot more things I can do than with just Brother Canvas. So I love using it because of that, and because I use it anyway for work, it's very handy to have this feature available to me. But anyway, you just peel, and you've got your nice little stickers cut out. Let's see if I get another one. Let's see. You just take them off your mat. So, and they're good to go. So anyway, that is how you use your Adobe Illustrator link, or that is one way you can use your Adobe Illustrator link with your scan and cut machine. So we are happy to order you a scan and cut link, because it is a separate install, and it is a separate purchase to your scan and cut, but we are happy to order those for you here at Discover Sewing. And we also have the SDX 225s and the 225Fs, I believe, available in stock. So come on, see us today. Thanks everyone.